Hey there, it's Latrina, and I'm coming to you today with a little different approach. I typically talk about the benefits of a plant-based diet, and as a holistic health coach, I use a mind, body, spirit approach. Because if your physical is off, there's typically a connection to what's going on in your spirit and in your emotions. And so it's very impactful to approach it from a holistic perspective. And today I want to talk about the spiritual side. I'm a very spiritual person. I pray a lot. I meditate. I love devotionals. And I was taking care of my physical recently, and I was out in the park walking, and there's this box, like a little post that's been built outside the rec center at that park, and it holds books and food pantry items. So it's one of those things where you, like, if you have a book, give a book or take a book. And so I took one of the books, and the book that I took really just grabbed my attention. It's called The Woman's Book of Soul, and it has these kind of like devotionals, but meditations in there too. And the second page spoke to me right away, and it's called Paying Attention to Your Soul's Garden. And I love gardens. I love planting. And one of the reasons I do, because I've always said that gardening is so spiritual for me. It teaches me so many life lessons by gardening. So this excerpt just really captivated me, and I wanted to share it with you because I think that if you listen closely, it could probably bless you as well. And this one is called Paying Attention to Your Soul's Garden. It says, plants are wonderful spiritual teachers. When we pay attention to their simple needs, they respond by growing and bringing beauty and life-giving oxygen into our presence. Plants silently make us aware of their needs by wilting, yellowing, or failing to thrive. Equally silent, but often less obvious, our soul's needs can go unnoticed for long periods of time. If the needs of our spiritual self are ignored too long, drought conditions occur, leaving us feeling dried up and lifeless. Luckily, both flowers and spirits are very resilient and respond beautifully to a little nurturance. Recently, I was all wrapped up in my work and totally forgot that my potted geraniums and impatiens were sweltering in a heat wave. By the time I noticed them, the impatiens were already crispy. Plying them with fervent apologies and much needed water, I urged them to revive. I've done this many times. Miraculously, they did. Given a little attention and tender loving care, our spirits are just as forgiving and equally as anxious to regreen and bloom as were my flowers. What does your soul garden look like? Are the plants and flowers green and happy? If not, what will quench their thirst? What attention do they crave? What tiny little step can you take right now? What miniature bloom can you attend to soon? When you listen attentively, you'll know how best to serve your soul's needs. It's very important, however, that we don't try to do too much at once, or we set ourselves up for failure and become discouraged. When we consistently sow one small seed, water a single vase, till a square inch of soil, the entire garden reaps the benefit. Taking a little soul second, one small prayer, a few minute meditation, a short burst of gratitude while appreciating nature helps immeasurably to revive our thirsty spirits. We don't have to join a convent or live in a cave to attend to our souls, although I admit that it sounds appealing sometimes. Luckily, our souls flower and grow when nurtured with consistent rays of attention interspersed among the busy hours of our days. And it ends with a simple little meditation. It says, I pay attention to the needs of my spirit. I make time to quench my soul's thirst. So what attention does your soul need today? I encourage you to take a look and to tend to it right away. Until next time, see ya. Have a great day.